Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and as you can see, I've got to slow down a little bit because there's a lot of mud puddles here, and I don't want to dump my Rad Mini e-bike in the mud. Looks like I made it through that one okay, and we are headed to look at more results of the monsoon rains that we had in the last couple of days. We're going to the Queen Creek Wash, which is right next to my favorite flying park, and it's there to prevent flooding and to prevent flash floods. But we had quite a few flash floods in different parts of the area. Had 3 people get washed away, 2 of them were children. That was kind of sad. But let's go ahead and take a look at our trip here. We're going to start at the lower right-hand corner, and we're going to go up to the upper left-hand corner. And that little brown area, that's where we're going to be going real slow along the edge of the Queen Creek Wash to where I want to take do my takeoff for my DJI Mini 2 drone. Well, when I got to the park, as you can see, I had not even thought about the fact that it got flooded. So I'm riding along here like I normally do. And then as I'm looking ahead up there, I can see that the entire path is blocked. So I thought about it for a second, and I thought, well, I'll just ride on the grass. Now, if you listen close, you can hear me riding on the grass. And that's because the grass is flooded. The whole end of the park is flooded. Interesting, this is the lower end of the park. The other end is higher, and so this is where all the water collects. What we're going to do is we're going to go up through a gate up here and get on the other side of this fence and be right next to the Queen Creek Wash. And we're going to make a left turn because that's going to head towards the lower part of the Queen Creek Wash. Anyway, and this is where I use my throttle because this gets me up to the top of the hill fast. My e-bike, it's supposed to be pedal, but it's also got a throttle for times like this. And of course, there's my arm reaching out and shaking as much as I can keep from shaking. And we'll go through here. And then, as you can see down in there, that's a pretty deep ditch in the ground. And that's the Queen Creek Wash, which I have spent a lot of time making videos. In fact, I will be showing you oh, by the way, this is the part where we're going along real slow along the edge of the Queen Creek Wash. Anyway, I'll be showing you some shots of videos I took about 3 years ago, because in the last 3 years, because of the water that collects down here at the end, the ground is real good for growing trees and other bushes. So I expect that one of these days they're going to have to go in there and cut them all down. But we'll go up here and we'll take off the DJI Mini 2 drone, and we'll take a look at the Queen Creek Wash and see how much water is in it. It doesn't look to me, just riding up, that there is too much water, but we'll go ahead and we'll take a look. So we'll get up to a decent height, and then we'll go down into the wash, and you can see there's some water there. So it did collect some water. Like one of my friends said, which I'll introduce you to them near the end of the video. One of my friends said he didn't think there was any flash floods coming down through here, and he lives right next to it, right in the neighborhood. And he said it's probably, with the water that's in here, is probably what was just collected from the rains. We had about 3 real heavy monsoon rains. And so it did a lot of flooding. In fact, I'll put a link to the last video that I made showing what it looked like around our yard. And yeah, we had some real flooding around our yard. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to get down here, and you can see there's water in the bottom. And this is a shot right here of 3 years ago, and taken from about the same area. And as you can see, there's what it looks like now. And that's what it looked like then. And we'll keep moving along here and take some more shots. But as we go along here, you can see the water's not that deep. And there's another shot about 3 years ago, and you can see there's just not a whole lot of growth. And if we go along here, if you look down in the lower right corner as we go by here, there's some ducks in the water. So they're enjoying the flood water. And so anyway, so what I found out was that it's just there's just the water that's collected from the rains. Nothing came down from up above as I had thought maybe happened because of all the heavy rain we had. So there's one more shot of what it looked like about 3 years ago in the same general area, and you can see there's just not now there's a whole lot. There's not as much. There wasn't as much foliage back then, but because the water sits here, it makes the ground real nutritious for the trees to grow. And so that's about what it looks like this year. Now this winter it'll be, there's another shot of 3 years ago. This winter it'll be full of water, most likely, as the snow melts on the mountains. Actually, it'll be in early spring. So here we are back to today, and you can see that there's not any water up here. It goes up just a little bit here. And up there ahead on the road, there's a bridge, and the water flows underneath of that and goes on down the creek. The creek goes down for several more miles because it's there for flood prevention. Now then, instead of going back and landing where I took off right away, there's some guys over here, and they were buzzing me with their RC planes. And they didn't know they were buzzing me, but I could hear them flying over me. In fact, some of it got caught on some of my videos I was shooting. But anyway, they're down here flying their drones, their RC planes, and they're good friends. I come down here, and in fact, I visited with them before I rode on home. But I come down here with my Radian glider and fly it. It's a motorized glider. And the one itching his leg and get rid of the bugs, that's Randy. And then the guy behind, the guy with his back to us, that's Jim. And now Jim's recognizing the drone. And he's looking around. They're looking at where's that guy at. But I think he got an idea. But I came from that direction, so he thinks we're over there. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.